All right, I think I got it.
Yeah, I see. You're listed.
Yay!
And if you're gonna do any readings, uh, I'll take one.
Yeah, I'll do some card pulls. You want Spirit to pick?
Of course.
All right. I've got the Gill Tarot, so.
Try sleeping. He won't answer.
Oh, Shorty. Aw.
He's sleeping
Hey,
behind.
Shorty.
He's an old man now.
Aw.
He likes his sleep.
Hola, Dromar family. Hey, sis, Maria. She said, hola, Tiff.
She'll take one as well.
All right, cool. All right, so whoa, that one flew out. We have the nine of candles, but to me that's the nine of wands in reverse. So there's something that you may be unprepared for here, April, pretty soon. I don't know what this is, but it's like something that you're going to be caught off guard on. I feel like you weren't prepared for this.
Hmm.
So whatever this is about to happen here, yeah, you're not prepared here. But Spirit says have faith and just know that things sometimes have to take a turn in order to get us to where we need to be.
Well, hopefully Tuesday is a good unexpected. Because I'm expecting something on Tuesday, but it could go in any direction. So,
Oh yeah, that's true.
in either way, it's still gonna be stressful.
Yeah,
So,
I hear you on that one. Well, prayers. I hope everything goes according.
I mean, I know there's not many people in here, but those who have known that I'm dealing with immigration, or like that I've been married for almost 12 years, which is crazy to think. My husband has his interview Tuesday morning. Um, with any luck, I'll know something before I even leave work on Tuesday. Um, but yeah, um,
All right. Okay, so Maria, I'm going to get into your cards for you and George. Spirit, what do you have for Maria? And they wanted the same as always, so I got the uncommon tarot here. Let's see here. Okay, got the Priestess. Angel number 2, Maria. It's a very spiritual card, the Priestess.
Jesse, how you doing?
The Priestess is also a reminder to have faith. Okay, maybe you're reaching out and praying to God for something. Okay, and Spirit's hearing you, and they want to remind you how powerful you are inside. Okay, you have a powerful soul here. There's transformation happening here, bringing you closer to Spirit, bringing you closer to God, whatever you believe in. I don't push religion. But whatever you're believing in, it's bringing you closer to that. Okay. There's transformation happening here, but mostly within yourself. I feel like within your soul, meditation, prayers are important at this time. Okay. To get you through whatever you're facing here, Spirit knows, and they want you to know that you have the strength to do this or to go through this or to have faith in whatever's happening in your life right now. Hello. All right. So that's what I have for Maria. Let me see about George. If anyone else wants to be on the list, please let me know and I will add you to it.
And Jesse James is in the chat now.
Hey, hey.
Oh, yeah. You know?
All right, for George. Okay, so we have the Nine of Coins in reverse. So this is all about working on your finances. Um, there could be something that comes in as a surprise to you, George. I don't know what this has to do with, but it has to do with something about your coins, about your finances, about your abundance and all. Um, there's something that you've worked really hard on, and you're starting to see the positive outcome of this. But at the same time, it's like you have those doubts, which is normal. Um, Spirit wants you to know that there's nothing to worry about. Put your faith in what you believe in, and you will see this through. Okay. So it has to do with finances and abundance, and maybe I heard bigger and better changes. So maybe you're trying to better your foundation, strengthen your abundance, whatever this is, it's going to come through for you. It just takes time and patience here. I feel like if you keep a positive attitude, you will get the results that you desire here. So that's what I have for you, Maria and George. You're welcome. No problem. Thank you for wanting a card. It could be on my end too because we're having internet problems too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
No problem. Joe, my family. I gotcha. Hey, that's coming out cool, April.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on doing a flower, but it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Well, like, but I didn't necessarily want to make the same type of flower I always make. But I'm like, oh well.
Ah, that's good. I like those kind.
Sometimes my hand just does what it wants to do. So,
Hmm. And that's all the more creative.
yeah. Look, my hand has a mind of its own.
Yep. Have you ever seen that movie Idle Hand? You just made me think of that when you said my hand has a mind of its own.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like his hand takes control of him, and then like everything he does, it's because of his hand. It has that actor Devon Swa. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
No.
Oh
You
wait, it's
know,
called Idle Hands.
the weirdest freaking movie that I've seen in the last like 6 months. I think it's called Rubber or something like that, and it's like a possessed vehicle, like car tire
Yeah.
that like commits a murder, like keeps killing people, and like the only person that sees what it's doing is a kid, and like some other people in the movie think they're actually making a movie or something. So like, oh, we gotta pretend like we're doing blah 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 blah, and like I'm watching it and like even my mother, I think one of my brothers might have seen part of it, and we're like, what the hell is this? I,
Yeah.
it's like it was like obviously a very low budget movie and like very dark humor. And
You're like, what are we watching right now?
I'm really praying that we get the right answer this time.
The what?
No, as far as my husband and immigration.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we. I don't think either one of us can handle something negative.
Yeah.
We can't. Part of me thinks it's gonna be fine. I think that it might actually happen, but because this is our second time around and it's been so long,
Mhm. So you're worried about it, or
of course,
yeah.
of course. I mean, I'm worried that we get, even if we get the answer we want, I'm still concerned because then things are definitely going to be changing.
Yeah.
Because then he has to adjust to be. We both need to adjust to him being here. He
Mhm.
but he can't really go to work right away because he has to wait for his social
Bless
security.
you. Somebody sneezed.
Bless you.
April says bless you too. She says thank you.
Well,
But yeah, I know. Let me ask you a question though. How long have you, like, when you were there, how long was it that you were with him, like physically with him?
I went there 3 separate times, and each time I was there for at least 3 weeks at a time.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So
you,
that's
you, it's kind of like it kind of dawned on me in the last week or so, like finally registered that when we originally went through all this, it took them 2.5. It took them almost 2.5 years just to give us any response after his interviews, right? And by the time they responded, I was in the middle of trying to get some kind of legal help just to get an answer. And when we finally got the answer, they're like, "Well, we need more proof in the next 30 days." And at the time, me and him were bumping heads, and he wasn't cooperating with me. And the lawyer that we had gave us a couple of different like two different choices. Either we can fight it, and there's a potential that they can reject it or deny it, or you can withdraw it and try to get more evidence. What I didn't think of at the time is the original case was based off of me going there once, and that was one of the issues that they had.
yeah.
By the time they responded to us, I went there 2 more times, and it didn't dawn on me to go, that's the new proof. That
Yeah.
that would have been the new proof that I went back there two more times.
Yep.
But what's going to work against us now is I haven't been back there since 2015.
Oh.
But the excuse that we have on why I haven't gone back in almost 2025 will be 10 years since I've been there.
Wow.
And the legitimate excuse that I personally have is my mother.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And you're kind of in this a similar program that I am, that you get some kind of stipend, or
Yeah.
you're not necessarily considered an employee, or at least for us, they make sure when they write the letter that it doesn't say that I'm employed by them, but through them I am my mother's caretaker.
Yeah. Well, mine is actually kind of, it's weird. It's different. It's like, um, I don't want to get into too many details online,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's like a little bit different. They do consider me an employee because they do sometimes put me with other people, you know?
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're in a different situation than I.
Yeah.
Mine is specifically to my mother, and um, her basically her 24-hour caretaker.
Right.
So I mean, granted, when I'm
But
at work,
still, we're in the same kind of condition where,
yeah,
like, we have things and people that need us, and
yeah, and going to Morocco for a week is not worth it
right.
because it takes pretty much a day to get there.
Yeah, and you don't want your mom to have to struggle without you there to help, you
I
know,
mean,
and
my brothers are here, but they're not as attentive to her as that.
yeah,
She relies.
exactly. Same here. Like if I left, they wouldn't be, as attentive as I am. So it's like because it's my
I mean,
mom, you know.
my brother, all he cooks is tacos, cheeseburgers, Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and she doesn't want to have she doesn't want to have that every time. And if he's not cooking, he's buying takeout, and it's not always what she wants. But then again, she can be very picky at times.
yeah. So can my mom too, though.
It's very annoying.
Yeah. The more
What
time goes on, the more
are
picky
we
I
having
am.
for dinner? What are we having for dinner? And then you tell them, they're like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
like, and then you're at the end of the night, you're like making 5 different meals, and you feel like the short order cook.
no. Well, see that the thing with me is like, I'm not cooking for. Or like if we're getting takeout and she doesn't like the takeout we're getting, so I want something else. Like she's not really too big of a fan of Panda Express for orange chicken because the orange chicken's a little on the spicy side.
Yeah, mine too.
But I'm like they have other chicken. I could get you teriyaki chicken. Last time I ordered Panda Express, that's what happened. She's like, I don't want the orange chicken. It's too spicy. I'm like, they have teriyaki. I don't want that.
Yep.
How about beef and broccoli? You want beef? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like what I'm going through too.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I love her, but it's just like
yeah,
everybody, even the kids get picky. Like, I don't want that tonight, you know?
yeah. Well,
Oh well.
exactly. Well, then you cook.
Yep.
So don't ask me what we're making, what we're having if you don't want to. If you don't give me, that's the other issue. Is I'll ask, what do you want? I don't know. I was like, well, then don't get mad when I decide.
Yeah.
Like tonight, I made roasted veggie, well, air fried veggies. I got oyster mushrooms to kind of substitute for a meat. And this we kind of made it shredded and then threw it into the air fryer with the rest of it to kind of get it to crisp up a little bit. And I made a maple balsamic orange dressing to put with it.
That sounds good.
And I made quinoa instead of rice or potatoes. And on my bowl, I put feta cheese and dried cranberry.
Nice.
It's a, but first she's like, I don't want the mushrooms. I don't want. I told you I only want that in like a sauce. And I'm like, well, just eat it. And then she's eating. It was pretty good.
Just eat it.
That's the one of the issues I have. Like when I'm deciding on what I'm gonna make, I'm like, I can't. I go, if you leave it up to me, you're gonna complain about it.
Yeah. I just got to the point where like it is what it is. This is what it is, and this is what's gonna be. Like that's what it is tonight.
Yeah.
Where's my sushi, my oldest? Well, not tonight.
Some things I'm like, my mother's asked me all year for salmon. But
Yeah.
one, it's kind of too pricey at the moment. I mean, for 2 pounds of salmon, it's like $30.
Yeah. But that's like with everything, even the ground beef. It's like,
Oh, forget about it.
yeah.
Literally, you buy 10 things and you spent $100.
Yep. I'm like, God, we didn't even get that much. All right, we're eating small tonight.
I mean, not to put my stuff out there, but I mean, the week of Thanksgiving alone, I had to buy stuff for the days before and for like the days after.
Yep.
And I had to buy for Thanksgiving. Somehow we managed to spend almost $400 in 1 week.
Yeah, I
And
believe it.
I'm like, and I'm looking at it. I go, we didn't buy anything.
Yeah, really. It isn't. It's like 10 things. It's like, what? Could have made a car payment on that, you
No,
know?
my mother's like, so we're gonna have some chicken. I'm like, if I can buy it.
Yeah, really.
You know, the other day, me and Kirk went. My brother went shopping, and we bought ground turkey as far as a protein, in 2 cartons of eggs. Um, yeah, we bought some you know stock up stuff or whatever, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, I understand it. Craziness. Yep, yep.
It's one of the reasons why, like even last night, I
Makes
was.
me want to start a little garden.
And I'm frustrated with myself because I know I shouldn't be, but at this same time, like I really want to take some of my artwork and um, put them on my site as prints. Um, and I've watched a handful of videos to try to figure out how to do it, and I just haven't done it yet. And on top of that, like I've been wanting to really reorganize and clean my house, and I can't get myself to move.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat because I get those days where I don't even want to move, and then when I do move, it feels like I haven't done that much.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then when I think of the future, like every you and Maria and the handful that have been here for a few years knows that my job has always been somewhat on at some point the site that I'm at will eventually close. And yeah, I could go to another site, but I really don't want to stay in security. My physical health, as far as like being able to stand for long periods, I don't think I could do it anymore. Um, I can't even to work out. Like I have no excuse not to work out. I have an elliptical sitting in my living room. I have a couple of hand weights that I can use just to do something.
Yeah.
And let's see. Well, today I got up by 10 and I started to do something and then I kept stopping and it didn't get completed. And the only thing that I did manage to do was cook.
Mhm. Well, I mean, life gets sidetracking, you know? And then also, like, you have all these stresses and worries and things like that that come in.
I don't know about other people, but depending on what platform I'm on, I get certain videos about mental health, and on
Mhm.
Facebook, for whatever reason, I keep getting um, videos on on ADHD.
Yeah.
Guys, like when they mention like the different behaviors and and things like that, I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I never got tested, but I wonder.
Yeah,
You know?
and I know things like that do run in my family. Um, the other thing is, I believe I'm in premenopause. I believe I've been in premenopause for the last couple of years, and apparently, premenopause or menopause also messes with a woman's, you know, mental health
Yeah.
and focus and whatever. And in the last 6 months, I mean, I think people can see this. I mean, I haven't physically painted anything in months. Granted, the summer it was too hot for me to sit here to actually paint. I mean, I guess I can't fully use that as an excuse because I was drawing, but I really haven't painted. I mean, hell, Jacob, I bought loose canvas to paint for him.
Yeah.
Still sitting in the box, unopened. It's
Oh.
been sitting in the box since the beginning of summer. Just before, like I think since like May. The box is
Yeah.
sitting here and it hasn't been opened.
But don't be too hard on yourself cuz it's not, like
Well, the part of it is beating myself up, and the other part of it is the anxiety of I know I need to get something moving and like have another income in place. So when my job does whatever it's gonna do, I'm prepared.
right.
And because of like the cost of food, I mean, hell, putting gas in my car is still cheaper than going to the. I mean, luckily here, at least one of the gas stations, the one that I primarily go to, the gas is at a respectable price, I would say. At least the regular is. I know other gas stations around here, everything's at least $4 or more.
Oh yeah.
Here, there's at least one gas station, the one next to my job, that the regular gas or unleaded is three. I want to say around 350 ish at the moment.
Wow.
I mean, granted, after the regular or after the unleaded, it jumps up over $4.
Yeah.
But my car takes regular, which I'm lucky for.
Yeah, mine too. Even though it's like having its own issues. I want to get a new car, but in the meantime, it's like, come on, baby, you can make it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I just want my car to stay intact long enough for my inspection to pass next month.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys have to do inspections?
Yeah, we do. Actually, ours is behind. But yes, we do have to get that done. There's a lot of things that are going wrong with our car right now, though. So it's going
Yeah.
to take a while before we get it up to
No,
date. But
every November ish, I go to the mechanic to say, all right, can you just check to make sure I'm good for the inspection in January?
yeah, that's good.
You know,
Yeah, it's just too much money for everything?
right now it's running okay, but like it sounds like something wants to happen. I
Yeah.
hate when it sounds like it wants something to happen, and I'm like, please don't.
Yeah, really. I don't need this. You're doing good.
Yeah, can you wait until like I actually have some money?
Yeah, like hold on, just a few more weeks,
No,
you
yeah, no,
know.
that's the other stress is I've been okay financially. And of course, right at the time that my husband's going for his interview, and if he comes, like I honestly, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, because usually, you say you don't have money, but you do have at least something somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, right now, I really don't have. I can't even afford to put him on the plane.
Yeah.
I already asked his mother to help me with the plane ticket if he gets approved,
Wow.
because I don't have it.
Yeah.
I about 2 months ago, I might have had it with my credit cards, but even my credit cards, like I had to throw 100 to one. I had to throw some money to one of my credit cards before the new bill came out, just so it doesn't overdraft.
Yeah. It's been like that here too. I think a lot of people are facing that. And then it
Yeah,
makes everybody look so negative when you go out to shops and stores and stuff like that. Like it feels like a bunch of Grinches.
yeah,
But I understand it. But
yeah,
some of them I don't understand because, like, there's always those weird vibes you get from some people.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just mean naturally, and I don't get those people, but
So this podcast that you want to start,
Mhm.
what's your idea
I
for?
don't have an idea. I just felt like saying, like, we should start it sometime next year.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it would be fun because then we could touch on different subjects from
yeah,
things going on in the world to not too much detail because I don't like to get into too much seriousness.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just think that with you wanting to spread love and positivity, I think that's a really important thing
And I
more
think,
now than ever.
yeah, and even this shit, not necessarily view it like our political view on anything, but
Hmm.
more of our emotional thoughts on situations. Like even if you don't know that much about it,
Right.
but you know enough that what like why is this going on?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
an
And like
example.
I think we could help people have somewhere to be to conversate or just to speak out their problems, like how they feel about things. And I
It's a
think, yeah, they could have a voice on our podcast. And then, like, at the same time, I could help with the spiritual level.
right. And I mean, is what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh. Um, yeah, I lost
So,
my
like,
train.
you want to spread love and positivity. And I think
Most
through
I
your
love
art and through
activity.
your,
You see things like what's going on in Palestine and Israel, and then you hear about the mass shooting that happened wherever. There's like a mass shooting like every other
yeah, almost every day now. Yeah.
day. And then like I said, even if we're not expressing our political thoughts, like as far as like the Palestine Israel thing, you might not know everything that's going on, and the little bit that I know is from videos that I've watched. And from what I'm seeing, it's and hearing, it's there's a basically a Holocaust. Everybody's calling it genocide, but it's also just it's another Holocaust going on. But this time it's not the Jew against the Jews; it's against the Palestinians. And what people are having trouble differentiating it is the group Hamas is not Palestine. That's not the Palestinian people. That's a specific group that is fighting against Israel and their soldiers. And
Right.
but what's really happening is the Palestinian people. What people don't realize as well is it's not just Muslims that live in Palestine. There are Christians that live there. There are Jews that live in areas, and even they've been, you know, in one. Not to stay on it, but I just saw a video a couple hours ago on TikTok of something I guess that recently happened. And I sat and I looked at the video and I'm going, I saw this type of video when I was in high school of Jewish men in the same situation. You're like, and in my brain, from an emotional outsider and not putting politics into it, is from a humane place.
Right.
How are you doing what happened to you to another group of people? How,
Mm-hmm.
and there are Holocaust survivors that are like going saying, Israel, you're wrong for what you're doing.
Yeah, like they always say, like, also when you look at history and they say, like, if you don't learn from history, then it's doomed to repeat itself. And I remember growing up and my dad always saying that, like, if we don't learn from history, it's doomed to repeat itself.
Yeah,
And
and a lot of things, even in this country, like things are going backwards.
so it's sad. It's really sad to see that we can't just all get along, you know what I mean? Come together. Like that
Exactly.
song from the Beatles. It's really hard.
Right now.
Mhm. Over me.
I like Michael Jackson's version of that.
Which one is his?
You ever seen Moonwalker?
Mm,
Moonwalker, like it was like a full on like mini movie kind of like it was a compilation, but like
mhm.
between the compilations, like Mike, you know the song "Smooth Criminal,"
Yeah.
so you know the music video for that.
Mhm.
So like that's part of that. There's an animated part in it where like Michael's dancing with a rabbit, I think, or something that's just like him. But yeah, if you can find it and watch the whole thing, it's I think like an hour and a half long. Um, but yeah, in that there's a part where like after he saves the kids or whatever, he's like, "All right, you guys stay here," and then he goes in to the studio or whatever, and he's wearing leather pants, a yellow shirt. He goes on stage and he starts doing that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're a Michael fan, you gotta know Moonwalker.
Well, I like Michael Jackson. I just don't remember that one.
Yeah,
That's
so
coming
yeah,
out pretty. Is that gold?
it's kind of like an orangey color.
Orange? Yeah, it looks gold from here. That's pretty.
I really like these markers too. I got these off a TikTok shop.
Oh, that's neat.
They're called Grabby, Grabie.
Grabby. I'll have to search those.
You know Stinky Art, right? He
Yeah,
actually, yeah, he actually did a review with them.
that's
They,
cool.
yeah, because he's actually at a number on TikTok that he can people reach out for to do reviews.
Nice.
So
That's good.
yeah,
He's awesome too. I like his art.
yeah, I've come across a couple of good artists on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's that one guy that uses colored pencils that made the flowers and like he makes my marker art look like amateur.
Uh,
No, like if you seen his flowers, like you would never know that those were friggin' pe- it was a pencil.
really?
Like it looked like either a digital art or like he took a picture and you know and fixed it and touched it up in Photoshop or something.
Wow.
But like it took him a couple of months to actually um,
Get
to
like that, like over repetitive like practice?
no to get to
Or
finish.
oh, okay.
Because with the colored pencil, it's a lot more tedious. You
Yeah.
You're going over one little
Well,
section.
that's what I mean with
Yeah,
practice. Like it all takes practice. But
yeah. But like, and I've seen a couple more um, I've seen a few more pencil artists on TikTok that like I look at what they're doing and I'm like, how?
yeah.
I was like, how do like forget the shadowing, like just the colors and whatever. I'm like, how do you get it to look that that realistic?
Yeah.
Because I mean, even my stuff, like it still looks like marker or whatever, even if it has a realistic feel to it. But like, there's artists that like they'll use markers or whatever their medium is for their art. Like when they make it look like a photo and not, you know, paint or pencil or whatever the chosen medium is. That's when
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Oh, but there's all kinds of things you can do with art nowadays. It's
Yeah,
really cool. I was looking at all kinds of things at Walmart. I was like, wow, they've really like enhanced their different things you can use, you know? Like
yeah.
it's
No,
different.
these particular markers they actually they blend pretty well too.
Yeah, I noticed that. You've been using them on the last couple of paintings, right? Too.
From the first one was that Disney one that I did for my friend um, James.
Yeah, I noticed that they blend really well though.
Especially if you use what color is this?
Looks like a yellow, but I don't know.
Yeah, it has a yellow cap, but I haven't used it yet, so I have no idea what color.
Probably a gold.
It's kind of like a mustard yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, see, kind of
I
must.
see.
It's kind of mustardy.
Yeah, that's cool though. It gives it a different effect.
Yeah.
Nika, are you okay? She just
That's
stretched out
cool.
and ran off. She's like, somebody's in the kitchen. Did I get a goodie?
Yeah. So what are we gonna call this podcast?
I don't know. I thought me and you could do like a poll on our social media and just see what people say. Like we could come up with three different podcast names
Yeah.
and then just see what people think. Or I don't know, what did you have in mind? Because I know you like to spread love and positivity, but at the same time, you're creative and you're an artist, and you know,
Yeah. Well,
so
here's the other thing we gotta kind of like we were talking before. We gotta figure out um, how we are going to post the podcast themselves because podcasts are even though people do videos for their podcast, that's one element of it. The other element is audio.
okay.
So like how is there a platform that we're gonna look at for audio, um, and how are we editing that?
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about that.
I know that much.
Yeah,
I know that podcasts are normally it's an audio show, but people do obviously they do. That's why when you see people doing the podcast on like YouTube or whatever, they're in front of the microphone.
yeah,
You're gonna take that audio and put it like on Spotify or Apple Music or you know whatever other platforms. And that's something I'm not too familiar with as far as like the um the platforms.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I know it'd probably take a couple of things to research about, but
yeah,
we don't have to do it next year. I was just thinking like we should start thinking about it more though.
no, we can do it
I
next
think it
year.
would be a
Start,
good idea.
we just gotta start like looking into what it entails.
Yeah, like everything we need because I was looking it up and it takes quite a bit to set up too. So
No,
I don't know.
I don't. If we keep it low key, it will be fine. We don't necessarily need the microphones. If anything, maybe we can get some of those. We can get those inexpensive. They call lapel mics. You know, like people use at on talk shows. Those little.
Yeah, the little ones that hook onto your shirt.
Yeah, and if you notice, a lot of the TikTokers now are having those little. They're kind of bigger than you normally see, but like there's these little bot. I don't know if you've seen it in some TikTok videos and probably YouTube videos too. They have this little black clip thing. It's like a little black. Remember the um. Remember the iPhone. The hell were they called? The iPhone, not iPhone. The
Mm.
iPod Nanos.
Oh yeah, okay, like the shuffle button thing.
Yeah, the little like little box.
Yeah, that you hook on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I remember.
like now if you watch some videos, where anywhere on social media, you'll see someone with like a little black nano type box clipped to their shirt or the hat or whatever, or maybe
Yeah.
holding it. That's one of those lapel mics.
Oh, okay.
Um, that should be able to hook to your phone if that's what you're using.
Right now I'm using my Mac. I don't know what I would use for that.
Well, if you have, it's hooked up by Bluetooth.
Okay.
So like if
So I
you're
could use it for the Mac too then. It wouldn't
right,
matter.
yeah, most likely. So even for your like when you're doing your card readings, you could probably use that mic so you you know have a more like clear, more isolated vocal
Yeah.
with less background noise.
I'm
Because
not too annoying right now, right? Let me know.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Sometimes it gets loud, so yeah. I'm working on that, but anyways.
Yeah. No, but like, and I've seen some of the podcast setups, like mini setups, are are on the small side too. Like,
Yeah, I just thought we could start out simple right now.
yeah,
And then like we can expand over time.
yeah, like even right now, we can still do it the way that we're doing this,
Yeah.
and then all we really need to do is change, find a way to make the, clip the audio.
Yeah.
Um, and the only way I'm able to do anything right now is when I screen record my because I saw your question on Instagram about how to move your videos from one platform to the other.
Oh yeah.
So, do you edit specifically on YouTube, or how are you doing your videos? Are you
I,
editing them, or and
no, I'm just letting them go on camera right now. I don't have my editing stuff anymore.
do you have the videos saved anywhere,
Yeah.
like on your phone, or I mean on your computer or whatever?
Yeah, both. Uh-huh.
So Two ways you can do it. If you want to use your phone, I don't know if you know how to screen record from your laptop, but if you screen record, or even just take the video that you already have, you should be able to upload from. I forget if it's
Oh, okay. Like I could take out clips that I want to
yeah,
record from the screen. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you have a long video, like if you want to clip parts of the live stream, right?
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do. Things like that.
Yeah, you know, and if you know the segment you're trying to do, just go to that part of the video, press screen record, and then let it go through. Cause like,
Okay.
cause like even my the last video I put up of one of my, me draw. It was a clip from the live stream last week,
Right.
right? Where like uh, you know, I screen recorded at the regular pace, and then I did, I recorded probably like 10 minutes worth of that video, and then I did edit. I do edit mine because I'm trying to keep them down to I'm trying to make them shorts or like short form content,
Yeah.
so I can do reels and shorts and
Well,
whatever else.
because I didn't even realize that one of my videos on Instagram had gotten 15,000 views. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hadn't been on there for so long. I was like, what? And so I thought that was
now
cool.
I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. You got 15,000.
I was like, I checked that today and I was like, what? And this was like like last year or the beginning of this year. And
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh. And I just didn't do anything about that. Well, I didn't know.
yeah.
So,
Now one of the videos from the last couple months got 2,500 on YouTube.
yeah. Oh, wow.
So, but that's one of the other things that I'm trying to like look up videos on how to, things that kind of confuses me is when you watch videos on how to get people to watch and engage with your videos, and they're like, you need to know your target audience. I'm
Yeah.
like, how am I don't know, what does that mean?
I know, right?
That's where I get confused. I'm like,
Me too. I'm like, don't we want to
like,
reach everyone? Like,
like
but then you think about it, it's like, well, depending on what people like at different ages, I guess that could play into
art wise, they say don't cater to the audience. Do what you want to do.
right.
Then I'm like, okay, but how do I turn that into engagement? How do I like? I don't know. That's where
Yeah, like how do we target the audience that we want to target?
yeah. Do you mean target men and women? Are we target like for me because for me it's even a little more difficult because even though I share a lot of my art, I also do other types of videos. And then they say, well, you should niche down. Niche. I get what niche down means.
Yeah.
All right,
But
niche down means if you're gonna do tarot, that should be the only thing you put on your
but I
channel.
think that's really limiting because what if somebody likes to create different things, like
So, the, I'm sure most places the answer would be have multiple channels. I'm like, I don't have time for that.
no. No,
Right?
because
But
then you're like extra monitoring each channel and it's like
that's why, like I agree. I like what the guy
I
that I
mean, the
used to.
people can I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm thinking about it like people can view what they want to view on your channel. They don't have to do like one certain kind of thing?
Right? No, and are we gonna see it, or are you just telling us, Canadian? Last time I cut my hair was October 30th. And this guy's always bugging me about my hair.
I need a haircut.
Yeah, I'm already thinking that when my husband comes, I'm like, yeah, so by February, I'll go, you want to get a haircut? You go,
Yeah, really. I think I'm gonna go purple as far as hair color. That wasn't clear.
as far as hair color,
As far as hair color, I don't know about anything else, but purple.
I wasn't intending to make this, but
It's a purple aura. No, I'm just kidding. You know what it looks like to me? You know the one from the flower Entangled. Kind of looks like that one.
entangled.
Yeah, the magical flower.
Yeah,
Have you seen Tangled?
I probably haven't. That's
Okay.
that's why I'm questioning it. And like,
My dad watched it a lot with my daughter. So, um it's basically Rapunzel, but the witch finds a rose or a flower like that, and it gives her magical powers to where she can stay young forever.
yeah,
And she basically like I don't know what happens to the flower, I can't remember, but the little girl Rapunzel basically gets the magical power in her hair, and then yeah, so then the witch kidnaps her and pretends to be her mom, locks her in the tower. And but yeah, the flower is giving Rapunzel vibes. It's very, very beautiful. Yeah, see? They're like, I've seen that before. Yeah, she has the longest hair you've ever seen, and then at the end they chop
I
it
know,
off.
I know the story of Rapunzel. Like everybody, I think almost everybody knows that story, but I don't think I've seen the movie.
Well, yeah, I just think it's really cool the Tangled movie that they made of it. It's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Is it more suspenseful
Yeah.
than
It's
I?
a lot more comedy too. Like it's a lot more lighthearted than the
You know, I was
original.
about to say because I
Yeah.
don't do suspense and horror
Yeah.
or anything in that of that nature.
Yeah, it's
I
funny.
mean, hell, even
Yeah.
Gremlins. Gremlins is actually one of my favorite movies, but I won't like if I'm at work. That's a movie I won't watch.
Which one?
Gremlins.
Oh, okay. I love Gremlins.
That's one of the few. It's not a horror flick, but I mean, it might as well be. It's
Yeah.
a
Don't get
Christmas,
them wet.
and I love the Howie Mandel's the voice of Gizmo.
Yeah.
I forget who. Is it Shre-
And then Mandy Moore plays the voice in Tangled, the Rapunzel girl. And then Zachary, I can't remember his whole name. Zachary something plays the guy. My dad really like I don't know if he related to the man in Tangled or what, but he really liked that guy's acting.
Yeah. Um, you ever seen the Police Academy movies?
Yeah.
So you know the black dude that does all the sound effects.
Mhm.
I believe he did Stripe's voice in Gremlins. Yes,
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he said. I forget if Howie did that voice as well or if it was him. Because every now and again, that guy His name is Michael Winslow.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's come across your page at all, but if you do, he does. Um, whose song that he does? Not Led Zeppelin. Is it Led Zeppelin? No. He does. Anyway. He does like an old classic rock song,
Oh, okay.
right? That has like an distorted guitar. I'm trying to remember who it is.
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Who's the black rock?
Order in the court. No, just kidding.
Who's the black rock and roller from like the 70s
Mm,
that played like he played guitar. What the hell is his name?
why am I thinking Rudy Tooty on Fruity? What's
More
his
more
name?
more classic rock instead of pop. Like
Instead
uh
of Daddy. Classic rock. Let's see.
um
I don't know. Prince? No.
how's the name?
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm lost. Oh, we're gonna be thinking about this all night now. I don't know who it is.
Anyway, he
Lenny Kravitz. Oh.
he si- he sings the song and he does with his mouth does the distorted guitar. Mike Winslow, the guy from the Police Academy movies.
Oh, okay.
You look up Mike Winslow and you see him in interview,
Hmm.
he'll say the name of the song and whatever, but like the sounds that he's able to make with his mouth,
That's funny. Yeah, that's true.
I can't even think of the lyrics. If I could think of the lyrics, then like everybody would go, "Oh, I know that song."
I know, right? That's how I am. Like, I don't know. It's like some songs I do know back to back, and I know who sings it or whatever. But like some of them, it's like I don't know until I hear it. You know?
Like I can't even get the melody's like right there, but it's not there enough for me to actually mimic it. I can't.
No, I don't know. From what years?
The Disney was like 60s, 70s.
Hmm.
Not Led. I keep saying Led Zeppelin, but it's not Led Zeppelin.
No.
Not Pink Floyd, but like that style of music.
Yeah.
But I know it was a black dude that played
Mm,
like he like one of the things he's the most famous for is doing the national anthem on his guitar.
not right. Santana. No.
No, one telemeter, one telemeter.
Is that a clue? I know. That's
No,
a
that
different song.
yeah, isn't that Santana back?
Yeah. Like Black Magic Woman. That's
Yeah, no,
Santana.
no. What's funny about that is not to put my cousin's stuff out there, like her personal stuff, but she used to work at my job with me, and
Yeah.
there was a someone that was interested in her named Juan, and her name is Mia, and we whenever we'd see him or whatever, he wants one time with Mia, one time
Oh,
with Yeah.
That's funny.
One time with me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you said Juan, I automatically thought about when my youngest, I mean my oldest daughter, she came home one time from elementary and she's like, Mom, one did this today. And I'm like, one? Do you mean Juan, honey? And she's like, no, one. And I'm like, I think his name is Juan. And then the next day she comes home, yeah, his name was Juan.
Is your name Juan?
That was so cute. Yeah, that reminded me of that. That was funny.
This kind of makes me think of the flower that I taught you how to when I was teaching you that
But
one.
then my dad was like, "No, like I actually had classmates that were uno, dos, and tres. Like seriously, they were all brothers." And I was like, "What? Uno, dos, and tres." And they went to El Paso High with him or something like that. And he was telling my daughter that story, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like when she thought that guy's name was one.
Yeah, we had nicknames for some of the guys that worked where we are, where at my who used to work at my job.
Really?
When we had the stables, like we weren't really learning people's names because for whatever reason, but like certain people that would interact with us just to like describe, like we gave them descriptive nicknames. So like there was there's one guy that used to come in, and no matter where my cousin was
Good
on the
night.
property,
Merry Christmas. Okay.
all right, have a good night.
And
All right,
then
and then
and then
and then. Anyway, um, so there was the one guy that would come in, and no matter where my cousin ended up in the morning on the property, he would show up at that entrance with a coffee for her,
hmm.
like not knowing that she was gonna be at that spot.
Yeah.
And he'd come in, he's like, "I got coffee." He's like, "Coffee?" So we started calling him Coffee Stucker
Aw.
because like she was never at the same spot. One that it wasn't like she was scheduled to be at one place or another place or whatever. But it didn't matter where she was. He would show up at that gate in the morning. It's like, how did you know she was going to be at that specific gate at that specific time to give her
Yeah.
right? Then there was another guy that she actually became um, friends with, and before she knew what his name was, she was calling him CPR guy because when he would come through the gate, she at the time when she used to work with me, she used to smoke. So when he would come through the gate and see her with a cigarette, he's like, one of these days I'm gonna have to give you CPR if you don't stop smoking
Yeah.
or whatever. And so because she didn't know his name, we started calling him CPR guy. And then what was it? There was one other guy that when he would come through, we could never fully understand what he said, but he would um, he would come in, kind of make like some kind of joke or whatever, and go ah. That's what his nickname ended up being.
Oh, that's funny.
And again, not to put her stuff out there, but she did hook up with one guy that was there. He was a exercise rider, and um, if you can read between the lines, he would come when I found out what happened.
Mhm.
Um, when he came riding by on the horse, I would start going chomp chitty dump chomp chomp chomp.
Aw.
And while they hooked up, apparently
Yeah.
he took a little nibble, so we called them chompy. So when he would come by on the horse, chomp chitadum chitadum chomp chitadum chomp
That's funny.
chomp chitadum chomp 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 chomp
And then my cats are playing like as you're singing that. My black cat Nika ran under me, and then like Kiko's all like confused, like, does she want me to get her or?
Yeah, unfortunately, Shorty's a big bully and likes has been going after Smokey. This morning, I think all Shorty wanted to do was play, and Smokey ran to the other side of the couch and was like, "I don't want to move."
Yeah.
I go, he just wants to beat me up, and like I'm looking at Shorty, I go, I think he's just right now. I think he's just in a playful mood.
Yeah.
But him and Shorty, Smokey and Shorty, have always had a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. I think that about Nika and Kiko too, because I don't know, sometimes she's like, I don't want to play, and then she baps him in the face, and then he'll literally have tears going in his eyes, like, oh man.
Why'd you hit me?
Like, I'm so emotional right now. Like, he's such a loving guy, and he's like, I don't know why, you know? And then I was like, oh, poor Kiko. And then Nika's like, I just don't want to right now. Like, right now is not my
Was it?
moment.
Well, is it a boy and a girl?
Yeah.
So that's probably why too. She's like,
Yeah. And he looks at me like so confused, like, man, what do women want?
no, but Shorty like Smokey hesitates to sit near me when Shorty's around.
Yeah.
Because Shorty will like you could be both dead asleep and then this happened the other day. They were both asleep. They were both Shorty was knocked out and then all of a sudden I hear "Meep." And I turn around and it's because Shorty's trying to mount Smokey. They're both good.
Oh, no.
And I'm like looking, I'm like, and I know Smokey wants to leave.
Oh,
So like I push Shorty, I'm like, Shorty. Shorty's just
no.
he's like, what did I do?
Oh.
Shorty's like, like he's like, why? What happened? I'm like, stop. Then again, what was it Thursday morning or something? I was sitting on the couch and Shorty literally just walked over to Smokey instead of smacking him in the face.
Yeah. I'm laughing too because also like I'm pouring some drink in my cup, right? And Nika comes over like my mother, like, what are you drinking? Let me smell it.
No,
Oh gosh.
Smokey does that to my mother and she hates it.
Really?
She's like, cause no, cause he wants like if she has crackers,
Yeah, she always wants a little
can I
nibble
have
from
some?
me.
Can I have some? And my mom's leave it alone.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is lick the salt off. But even I don't. She eats onion crackers, and I don't want. I
Yeah, the onion. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, no.
Yeah, I try to be careful what I give them little nibbles of, but
Yeah.
like they're just always like, what do you got? What do you got? When I come home from the store, they're like, Shiba? Is it Shiba?
Gizmo used to be
Like,
like.
oh.
Gizmo was the like human food
Yeah.
and stuff. These two, I'm kind of lucky that for the most part, they really don't have any interest. Even if
I
Shorty,
mean, they'll eat their food, but
I mean, even Shorty, occasionally he might smell the food, but it's like, or I'll purposely put it up to him to see if he has any interest, and he'll sniff it. But it's funny because like one sniff is like, yeah, okay, it's all right, but he doesn't try to lick it, he doesn't do anything, but he kind of gives like an approval of it. If he doesn't like it, he like his face goes all the way back.
yeah.
He's like, no, get it away from me. No, I want nothing to do with it.
That's a clear no, mom.
Especially if it's like drinks, anything citrus, cats hate.
Yeah.
Which is funny as hell because if you put like a little bit of orange or whatever under their nose, Some of them will give you the Elvis lip like this.
Yeah.
I think Smokey does that. If I put anything citrus near him, he like his upper lip cringes like Elvis.
Aww.
And so Shorty on the other hand will jump back 10 feet and go get that crap away from him.
That's funny. Well, that's coming out beautiful, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, have you been posting your art like on your website and stuff still, or?
I haven't updated it. I was starting to get into learning about it and was gonna start doing it, and I just haven't sat down to make to do it. Part of
Oh,
it
yeah.
is my issue with my focus and just getting up to do it. It's really just about me getting up and doing it.
Yeah.
And I could do it from my phone, but for some reason, like I prefer when I'm doing stuff for the website to do it from my computer, just because I have a bigger screen. I don't have to worry about accidentally pressing the back button or deleting something or doing, which happens a lot because it's a smaller screen, smaller space.
Yeah.
But and it's frustrating because, like I said, I know. I tell my brother opened a Shopify store, but he's trying to do like actual merchandise and product. He's trying to do furniture, and I'm like, well, you got to figure out how you can promote that without having the physical items.
Yeah.
You know, because at least me, I can, if I want to, I can buy samples of my own shirt or buy my own hat and use that. Granted, there's the mock-ups that you can do.
Yeah. So he's trying to sell furniture without the furniture?
Yeah, he's trying to do what a lot of people are doing. He's trying to,
Oh.
he's trying to. He wants to sell what he's interested in, which is good.
Yeah.
But he needs to learn about the shipping. It's like that's what I don't fully know anything about.
Yeah. It's really complicating with the shipping and handling and
Taxes and
yeah. I've tried to start so many things and it's like that's the thing that stops me is like not knowing how much to charge
yeah. No, as far
for.
as art, I've kind of gotten like the few videos I've watched. I get what they're saying, and watching the guy that did the what I only did it a couple of times. Like the few people I looked up and watched their videos on how to put prints on how to. Um, that's one of the things you can do too. Is if you look up in the realm that you're trying to do it, like if you're trying to price yourself for doing tarot readings, if any of those people have websites, look at how they're pricing it,
Yeah.
their website, and look how they have theirs set up. And if there's someone that gives pointers and advice, because I started looking up artists that use Shopify, and they were giving tips. If you do this and do that, and then I went to go look at what they have on their website and how are they pricing it, and looking at the art that they have. And for the print, like the guy that does the colored pencils, he only has a few things on there right now. For the prints, he's charging like $95 for a print, and I forget what the sizes are. Um, I think for a smaller print, he's doing like a little less than that. But for the original size, I think he's doing 95. But then for the original art piece, he's charging, I think, a couple of hundred. So, like when I was looking at that, I was like, okay. And then like I'm looking at the other people's that I was looking, trying to like figure out what they're doing. And I know you kept mentioning gold. I think this is the gold. That looks more gold. Although she left. Maybe she pressed the wrong thing. We shall find out. I hate when I'm in the middle of talking and they disappear. I haven't used this one yet. Come back. There she is.
Sorry about that.
Always leaving when I'm in the middle of talking.
Press the wrong thingy, like usual.
I see how it is. I see how it is. I'm telling my mommy.
But you were telling me about the guy about the
Oh, so yeah, with with his prints, I think for the regular size of the prints, I believe he's charging like $95.
yeah.
And so on my website, I use a dropship company, and that's
Hmm.
basically what you're doing. Even when you were doing Redbubble, what you're doing is drop shipping. You're putting the design on the shirt, but you're having somebody else print it
Yeah,
up, and ship
print
it.
the shirt up. Yeah.
All right. So like, and even for my brother, he's promoting it. He's putting it on his website. He's gonna get the profit of it, but he's basically using a different vendor. He's using a vendor to get the product,
Yeah.
ship it, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know what company that guy's using, but I
Hmm.
kind of like I when I looked at his prices and I was watching the videos that I was watching, I did go to my website and went to the dropship company that I use. I use Printful. Uh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, through Shopify, I use Printful because it's one of the ones that's linked to Shopify. So like, they order
Yeah,
from
see, I don't know anything about that. Like,
yeah,
it just confused me. So I went with Redbubble because they take care of everything.
yeah,
Except for the taxes. I have to do the taxes.
yeah. So but
Printable is what you go through Shopify though, right?
yeah. So if you're using Shopify, and I'm sure it's the same if you did uh, Etsy, that Shopify has apps for for different vendors.
Yeah.
And for something like design, like T-shirt, art, prints, whatever, where you're putting a design on it and you're trying to sell it like a merch or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, they have different companies. They have Printful. There's another one that's called Printify. There's a couple of other ones. You look at the ones that kind of cater to what you're doing. Some of them charge, some of them don't. Some of them,
Yeah, that's where I get confused cuz like I actually have all kinds of things I want to do. So I go from thing to thing to thing. But I was thinking about just dream pillows and soaps, you know?
right,
But I don't know what I would call that.
right,
Like I've been trying to look it up online and nothing's coming to me yet. And
right.
I don't know how to begin even, you know?
Yeah, I mean, some of that's confusing to me too.
Mhm.
As far as like, like I said, I use Printful, and through Printful, I could do the T-shirts, I could do the stickers, I could do the hoodies, but for the different items, and depending on the quality of shirt that you're wanting to use,
Yeah,
that the price point changes, and then you got to decide how much of a profit you're trying to make off the shirt.
that's true.
And unfortunately, something like Printful, right? Something like Printful, they'll print the front of the shirt at no cost. But if you want to put something on the shoulder, it's an extra $4. If you want to put something on the back, it's another $7. If you want to do a printed size label instead of the tag, that's another dollar amount. So you went for, and the shirt it's by itself and nothing on it is already $12 to $18,
Yeah,
right? So you know if you want to if you're trying to keep it just simple and print something on the front, then your you know the initial cost for you anyway is $12. So you got to figure out from $12 how, how much more do you want to charge for the shirt, so you get
yeah,
something out of it. And depending on the size, the higher the size, the price goes up again. So if you go past extra large, you end up, they end up wanting to charge just for the shirt an extra dollar to $3, $4 when
yeah.
before you even put anything on the shirt.
So that's what sucks about Redbubble is
Yeah,
because I have to raise my prices just to get any profit from it, really.
right.
But I am making sales. They're
Yeah,
slow, but they're happening every year. I've gotten a couple here and there.
this is the first year where my cousin didn't order anything from my website. She's been my only consistent customer for like the last 6 years.
Really?
And every year she pretty much bought the same exact design.
I love your art. If I could, I'd have a whole wall
You
full.
see, the design that says "Love Yourself."
Yeah.
So that's her favorite design. So she's bought the t-shirts. She's bought in
I
a
want to
couple.
get that one again because actually, I don't mean to interrupt, but I was just thinking because I gave that one to my mom and she said, "Wow, where'd you get this?" And I was like, "From April, A Love Productions." And she's been watching you as long as I've been friends with you.
Yeah.
And, she really, really loved your shirt. So I was
No,
like, "Well, here, it's comfortable
see,
and it's beautiful."
my
And
I keep before my brother opened his site. I kept saying, I need someone to help me on the business end. I need someone to learn and figure and help me promote it, help me do whatever. I said, even you just sharing it on your social media. He goes, but what if nobody wants it? I said, that's not the point.
right.
And I go, one, I'm just asking you to show support for what I'm doing. Second, I know the shirts that I design, like the designs on the shirts. I know maybe not all of them will sell, but I know the few there's a handful that I've worn out that people read what I wrote on the shirt and like, I love that.
Mhm.
I
And
love
I and I plan to get a mug from you and a shirt from you and tag you in it too. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, yeah, let me flip this for a second. I don't know if you can see it in the background. No, you can't. They're kind of
Which
upside.
one?
No, but I have pillows that put my design on it.
Yeah. Oh, you can even do the pillows? Cool.
And I love these pillows. He's
Aw,
like
Shorty. He yawned.
he's looking up like, wait, what happened?
You cutie. Hey, Shorty. He's like, oh, I know what's going on.
I mean,
That's beautiful. I love how you put all the different colors into the hearts and how it's intricate?
yeah. I mean, in this
Cool.
one, and this is not for LGBTQ plus
No.
what the alphabet gang. I have nothing against it. I got family members, but I just like the idea of the rainbow.
How much is that one again?
I think I'm selling them for. Am I selling it for 30? Might be 30 or more. I don't remember.
30 or
More.
more? Okay. Because
But
I
these
might get that one for my daughter.
but these pillows, I love these. Like this, the feel of the pillows. They,
Yeah.
the fabric is nice.
So
It's
you
like,
got those off of your website, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I have I have a couple of these in like very few colors.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have, and I didn't get one for myself yet, but I have one or two. I think at least two other designs that had the pillows are a little wider and shorter.
Yeah, but you have coffee mugs and everything too, right?
Yeah, I got.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Trying to do this without accidentally ending the stream.
Sorry, I'm just like I'm really curious because I'm interested.
All right, so what am I looking at here? So we got that one.
Okay.
It's a little hard to see because of the light. I don't know. What do you see?
Me.
Yeah, I'll just pick it up.
Mm.
So
Oh yeah, that one. I am. I like that one.
I have a pillow with this on it as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then there goes the Love Yourself one.
Yeah, that's neat. Okay, so you have a couple on there on the website,
And
right?
now how I say love, like, share, and inspire. I got
Yeah.
one too right here.
Oh, nice. I want to get that one.
The other one over there. Which is the other one that I originally? There's another one I originally did, and I don't remember what it was.
But like on Shopify, how much does it cost for the mugs or
Um, I almost ended the stream by accident
uh-oh.
because the I can end it either from my phone or from the computer if I'm not careful
Yeah.
with my phone. All right. And that only got highlighted because it highlighted on my phone. I'm gonna put that down like that, so it's not.
Okay.
But how much are they? I think,
Like an estimate and then I'll have an idea.
and they have two different size mugs. So like the regular like 12-ounce mug, I think that one is around 10ish. I think maybe less, and then there's the 15-ounce mug, which is a little taller.
Well, I drink a lot of coffee, so I'd probably have the 15 ounce.
Um, what's the matter, Shorty? What's the matter? He's under my chair,
Who, Smokey or
Shorty.
Shorty? Aw. But I'm really interested in your mugs and your pillows. I want to get some for the kids and
Yeah, like I said, the
coffee mugs for
I
us.
I've almost got a couple of times I was like maybe I should just nix the t-shirts and just do the pillows and the coffee.
No, you should keep it all because some people like t-shirts instead of the mugs, you know?
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking is as far as the designs that I have up on my site, because I want to kind of shift more towards the art, um, I was thinking of like at least temporarily until I actually start making sales, cutting back to only a handful of designs. Like I'll keep the Love Yourself design, I'll keep the You Are Loved design, the rainbow one. Um, there's like a handful, like, because I know the love yourself one will definitely be one that will grab people's attention. And
Yeah.
the ones that I've gotten comments on when I'm out is the Know Your Worth
Mhm.
and uh, my dreams are my reality.
But see, so I think that if we started a podcast, people would see that more, you know? The more we did, the more the growth, right?
All right, but
So I think if we collaborate
it's yeah,
and
it's also still the like, okay, we're doing the podcast and we have our own site. I mean,
right.
we're already struggling trying to grow our own regular,
I know. I know.
you know. And I'm not trying to like discourage it. I'm just like, okay,
Right.
like how can we promote it to actually get the traction?
Well, we have to promote it through payment, right? So they would promote it for us.
Necessarily, if you like, I you know how I watch that dude Gary V.
Yeah.
All right, like even his, because there's ways of doing it to promote yourself with organic traffic, which means you're just you're doing what we're already doing. We're putting videos up
Right.
throughout the day. Throughout, you specifically do end up when you do post and you're doing like each sign,
Mhm.
you are putting up um, multiple videos. I think what you should do instead of putting them all out around the same exact time,
Mhm.
like instead of putting 10 videos up, or or
At
how
the
many,
same time, right.
spreading it out through the day and finding out and find where the pattern is from
We're
the
the
week.
most viewing and the
Right. And
okay.
I've tried to do that, and then I get lazy or I get unmotivated, and I stop doing whatever, and then I got to start all over again. But
Yeah.
like I noticed that for me, um, like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning is usually one of the times that I noticed a little bit more traction, and it really depends on what platform too.
Yeah.
In the the reels, like depending on what social media platform, that same exact video will get completely different views.
Right.
Here's the funny part, right? What I have my personal Facebook, and then I have A Love Productions page.
Mhm.
When I post to I think my personal page, I might get 20, 30 views. I've noticed the few videos that are on the reels that I've put on my A Love production page, those are getting not thousands, but like they're getting 100 here. Like they slowly climb. I think there was one video that I did get like 1,000 within the first 24 hours or within a couple of days. But like I get no, updates. I feel like I'm missing a marker. Where's the marker pens? I don't know. Anyway, but I like that I've been doing these like simple individual,
Yeah,
not
it's good.
not trying to be too extravagant about it.
Right.
Um, the last four. This is the fourth one that I just did something very simple.
That's cool.
But yeah, I thought I was done. But no,
Hold on, I'll be right back.
probably shouldn't. But though, because I did agree to go to work.
I'm back.
But
I'm back. My mom was like, "What are you doing out there? I hear you giggling."
say you're watching a comedy show.
Yeah. I'm like, "No, I'm live with April and we're discussing our podcast we're going to start." And she said, "I think you guys should."
Mm, we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something, and maybe it could even just be this. And we're like,
Yeah.
right, where we're just trying to figure out the hell we're doing.
Yep.
Because that's also what my channel has always been, is like, I want to show, that even at 47, and I have no idea what I'm doing, you know, still trying to figure stuff out.
Right. And
Still,
that's I
you
think
know,
that's what happens throughout all of life. We never really figure it out. We just kind of go with the
oh,
flow.
again, that's something that, like, even Gary, like I said, Gary V says this a lot, especially for, like, when he's talking about, when he does some of his speeches or whatever. He talks about, he goes, parents tell their kids when they're 18 or whatever that, they should have their life figured out. I go, you don't even have your life figured out. It's
Yeah.
like, so how do you, if you, the parent, don't have your life figured out, how do you expect your child to? They say
Exactly.
you gotta let them, you know, do what they're gonna do.
Yep.
Figure out what their journey is. I mean, you could be there to support them, and if, as long as they're not doing anything that's harming themselves or anybody, you might not agree with it. And if whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. I gotta take stuff off my bed so Shorty doesn't go, ooh, peeing spot. He's been good for the most part.
That's good. Well, that came out beautiful.
Saying, yeah.
And you signed it.
Yeah, that's usually the sign that I'm pretty much done with it. When I get ready to sign, I'm like, okay, I think I'm done.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, and again, I'll go over the last couple that I did. So it's this one. I thought this would be the better.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
That's cool.
it started with this, and then it turned into a sailboat.
Yeah. That's neat.
And then the simple.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Seeing the guy that I was watching, that I've watched with the pencils, like, he's kind of inspired, like this, that, having something simple on the page.
Yeah.
And it's where I started going, you know what, maybe I kind of stayed away from prints, but some of the videos that I watched on how to sell, you know, the best way to sell your art, and like they say, one of the easiest ways might be just starting with the prints. Um, and whatever, like, they, most of them started doing it themselves, whether they had the printer themselves to do the prints, or they would go to a particular print shop and do it that way, or you could do the the, I guess you could say, the easier way, which is doing the drop ship. The only thing with that is they get a portion of the, the, and I believe their prints start at 25. So But the only reason why I wouldn't mind that if I do put a higher price tag on my artwork, that like if I put, like if they're charging 25 just to do the print and ship it out, if I charge even 75, or I do what that dude was doing and charging 95, 25 goes to Shopify, and then I have a big profit coming towards me.
Yeah.
That's the only same reason why I've priced my T-shirts the way that I did. I want people to afford it and stuff, but maybe you know, I like the way like. I know I have to be careful on, like, if I say, if you see something that you really like, reach out to me and maybe we can work something out. I don't want people taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
But like if I can figure out how to actually get a following that, like, for those that actually follow and interact, those would be the ones that I'd be like, look, if you really see something you want,
You could
some,
get a discount, maybe.
or like, not even that, like the other thing is, I think I might do, just to make it simpler for myself, is right now my t-shirts, I don't think my other stuff is international, but the t-shirts, at least I believe, are international. But I think what I might do, is just make everything domestic, and then if someone, like, say, what's her name? Hi,
Hello.
how you doing? I bent down to scratch my leg. So I said, now I go, oh, yeah, now I'm on camera again.
You're on that one.
Yeah. The funny part is, I do this. You lose my head in this one.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
I go, hey. So you got my body in one shot, my head in the other. So yeah, that's what I've missed. I missed, like, doing the silly
Yeah, me too.
pass things through the screen.
Yeah, it's been too long. We need to have one of those again.
Yeah, and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I probably should get off.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting tired.
And I volunteered to work for a couple of hours, from 2 to 6. So
Oh, wow.
I gotta be up at least by 12 to get cleaned up and head out. Um, I didn't want to, but again, I kind of need the money right now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but just like a lot of people, I'm, like, mentally burnt out,
Yeah.
and it's really hard to focus, and but
I understand that.
God willing, everything will fall into place
Yep.
and stuff. And for those that are going through it, prayers and good vibes to you. It's one thought, one good thought, one breath, and one step at a time.
Yep.
With that, we're gonna end it. As Tiffany would always say, love and light.
Love and light.
As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. We will both see you when we see you. Much
Yep.
love. Peace.
Bye.